Hello YouTube, this is Kaito JR here, and I'm here to do another review on Chapter 74 of the Ajin Demi-Human manga entitled Flood. Okay, so let's get started with the chapter review now, shall we? So, we see Ikuya Ogura right here just waiting for a bus. I suppose he's trying to go see Tosaki again, or someone important though, because he's in Japan though, of course, like he's still there, and he hasn't left yet, but right now, he kind of sees something that he didn't really expect to see, but it's kind of like, it's kind of like this surprising but pleasure thing though he saw, like, because he looked up in the sky and he sees like tons of IBMs just falling down from the sky, and he says, amazing, man, I picked the best bench in the city, holy shit. Yeah, because if he wasn't sitting there, he would have never saw such an amazing sight though, just like freaking Sato or Kei's IBMs just like falling from the sky from this flood phenomenon that just occurred. Like, oh man, I bet a threshold phenomenon might occur right there. I mean, I better check this out. Holy shit, yeah. Well, I don't know if he's exactly going to like run over there though. I mean, I don't think he's that stupid though. I mean, if he tries to run over there, he'll get killed. But yeah, he's probably gonna just like keep his distance or whatever. They'll just make sure he doesn't get anywhere close to that flood phenomenon, stuff like that. Yeah, because like Sato's over there too, so yeah, he's definitely not gonna try to go over there right now. I mean, he might end up seeing it on the news and like discover that Sato might actually be over there. And I mean, yeah, Kei is over there as well with Kaito. But Kaito is unconscious right now, and Chapter 75 isn't out yet, so we don't know his current like whereabouts right now, and we don't see much of Kaito in this chapter right now. Like Chapter 74, we don't see Kaito at all here, so big letdown. I mean, Kaito, like I said, is unconscious, so he's not going to be like moving around that much. I mean, same thing with Yusuke. Like Yusuke is in Maryland, USA right now, being like researched by a bunch of doctors because he is a victim of the threshold phenomenon that occurred in Japan. So yeah, Yusuke is going to be staying there in Maryland, just being like experimented on, like probably not being like opened up though. I mean, he is still human though. He would most likely die from that, but he is just kept there, and we don't know where Shinya is at right now. Like Shinya is just in hiding somewhere. I don't know if he's in custody or not. Like we don't know anything about Shinya. We just know about Yusuke, and that's it. But yeah, right now we see the anti-demi-human special forces within the Iruma base, just like locked up in there because of this bomb that just exploded, and like a bunch of part of this like wall though just came collapse, or ceiling, whatever. Yeah, it just collapsed right in front of them, and they can't get out though. They're just stuck there. Right now though, they're gonna have to find like another exit though, so they can go to where Kei is at and try to help him. But right, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like especially they need help though. But like I just said last chapter though, Kei is like planning not to even like bother Sato anymore because he kind of lost hope to even like stop him. So he might just like stay with Kaito, try to like keep him safe, because he's one of the few people that actually Kei even cares about. Like Kei doesn't really care about that many other people though, besides his sister, his mom maybe. I don't even think he cares about Ko that much. I mean, he just stays with Ko because he's just convenient to have around though. I mean, right now Ko is with Reiji, and they also see this stuff, like these black particles erupt from the sky though, like all these like this flood phenomenon occur all because of basically Kei seeing Kaito just fall because of like Sato shooting him. Like that's why all this is happening. If only Kaito hadn't shown up though. I mean, Kaito didn't really like add anything to, he just kind of made the situation even worse though, to be honest though. Like, all this is happening because Kaito had to like show up. Like he could just stayed in prison. I mean, like I know Kaito just wanted to help Kei, but it's like he kind of just made things even worse though. I mean, he basically made like he basically got shot down in the nape of the neck though by Sato right in his back. Kei saw this, lost his shit, and went to like like died right there. Of course, he got shot in the eye with the same bullet that shot Kaito right in his nape. They both go down. Kei resets, like the flood phenomenon occurred right there because of Kei like getting into this emotional state, this intense emotional state like he's never been before. This flood phenomenon occurred, and yeah, stuff like that happened. Like Sato was able to copy the same mental state that Kei was in by colliding with his IBM with Kei's IBM. So they both share each other's mental state, and Sato was able to like create his own flood phenomenon because of that. So yeah, like Sato has his own army basically of IBMs that he can control at will, I'm pretty sure of. I mean, it doesn't really matter. His IBMs can't kill Sato because Sato's immortal, so Sato can just do whatever he wants with his new like army of IBMs. But like even Sato admits like from last chapter that he created too much. Yeah, it's a problem there. But yeah, I mean, Ko and Reiji like just look upon this, and at first, like, Reiji didn't even know, like, what's going on, Ko? Like, what is all that stuff? Like, where's Kei? Like, right now, yeah, of course, Reiji is still focused on Sato's arm that they just put inside of this, what was it called again? This pole? Yeah, it was like this wooden pole, though, that connects, like, electrical wires from, like, other wooden poles. I'm pretty sure it's called, like, utility pole. Yeah, a utility pole. Like, they put Sato's arm in that, though. They use C4 to blow it up, though, so they can, like, you know, stick Sato's arm inside of that. But that's kind of like the least of the problem right now, though. Like, now they have this new problem with this flow phenomenon crap right here, and they kind of need to deal with that right now. So, yeah, even Ko says, yeah, Ko's like, I feel like it's too late to be worrying about something like that right now. Though. Like, right now we need to go over to where it's at right there and try to see if Kei's over there. Like, yeah, I mean, this may be a chance for Ko and Reiji to actually meet up with Kei and Kaito. Well, of course, Kaito is not going to be really saying much, though. I mean, who knows? Maybe chapter 75, like, Kaito will finally wake up and he can be able to, like, you know, talk with Ko and Reiji, and we can see those two, like, you know, interact with each other. That'll be pretty interesting to see that. But yeah, like, that's probably gonna happen. Who knows? But yeah, we see right here. So we now cut right here where we see all these paramedics everywhere, just, like, you know, trying to heal up all these people that they found around the Uruma base, like, injured from Sato's men who, like, possibly attacked them, took them hostage. Yeah, a lot of them are injured, though. We even see police officers there as well. Like, one, like, this chubby guy says, yeah, he's not a guy, well, more like a police officer. Like, yeah, he says, looks like not even half of have been evacuated too. There's no telling when we'll be able to, like, leave the base ourselves, and now we have that explosion to deal with right now. Of course, like, yeah, because I think it was chapter 69 where they heard this explosion where basically the anti-demi-human special forces were caved in inside of the Iruma base, like the center of it, and they are now trapped inside of there. Like, basically the police of the Iruma, like, city, they can't do anything for them right now because they have to, like, you know, protect all these citizens that have been injured, though. All these, like not everyone has been evacuated yet too, so that's another problem. They have to stay here and just wait for some people to show up, try to see if they can, like, you know, get them out of here, gotta get them to safety, because that's a job, of course. And, like, yeah, like, this chubby police officer sees one guy, like, coming, like, towards them, but little does he know it's actually an IBM, and not just one, like, I believe, like, more than, like, 100 IBMs just showed up right before this chubby police officer and all of his other comrades right here. All these, like, yeah, there's a whole force of police officers here. They see this, like, basically, like, they all took out their guns, of course, so they try to, like, shoot down these IBMs or whatever, because, like, he doesn't know what they are. Yeah, even though, like, I'm pretty sure, like, these people are not Ajins, but they can still see these IBMs. I mean, I think it's because of the flood phenomenon, like, you know, the Ajins are in such an emotional state. Like, their IBMs are visible to the humans, so they can see that because of, like, the intense emotional state that the Ajins are in right now that causes flood phenomenon to occur. So the humans are able to see it, but yeah, they took out their guns, but it doesn't really do anything, and the IBMs just, like, run towards these police officer guys and just, like, you know, claws them down with their, like, hands, like, freaking clawed hands, like, freaking crazy, like, yeah, like, all the police officers just fall down like flies. Like, none of them can do anything about these IBMs. Like I said last chapter, it's kind of like a zombie apocalypse. Even Tanaka and Izumi, like, yeah, like, we saw them in this chapter as well. Like, they kind of, like, woke up from their crash in this car, though, from chapter 69, I believe, when they crashed. They woke up, they even saw, like, all these IBMs fall from the sky, though, from either Sato or Kei. Like, they saw this, they wonder, like, what the hell is going on, so they're probably gonna go over there to check it out. They might meet up with Kei and Kaito there as well. Like, we'll see next chapter, hopefully. So yeah, like, basically all the IBMs are just, it's like an outbreak of ice right here. Like, holy shit, like, everyone's dying. Like, all these IBMs are being, like, let loose. It's all Sato's fault. Well, technically it's all Kaito's fault, like I just said before, but I mean, he kind of means well, so you can't really blame him too much, I suppose. But I mean, Takashi isn't even around. He's still on freaking, like, juvenile hall for some reason. I mean, he didn't even show up with Kaito here, but I guess, of course, he just let Kaito use his IBM, though, his flying ghost, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's what's going on here. Everyone's dying from the IBM outbreak, and it's not going to be good. And of course, Kei is going to be bringing Kaito to somewhere, though. Like, yeah, we know that Kei is not going to be fighting against Sato anymore because he's kind of, like, lost hope that, like, Sato can even be defeated. So yeah, that's what's going on there. But yeah, like I just said, we'll see next chapter on what happens, though, with all this, like, madness that's occurring right now in this manga. So, all right, so that's the end of the chapter review, everybody. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Tumblr, and donate to me on PayPal if you wish. It's all in the description below my video. Subscribe to me if you haven't yet, like my video, and comment down in the comment section below. Alright, well that's it for my video everybody. Thanks for watching and bye.